and scholarship.
Dr. James Weisel, Professor of Accountancy and Interim Assistant Dean for Information Technology and Communications, leads the faculty and bears the GGC mace. As one of the senior faculty members in attendance today, Dr. Weisel represents the full complement of GGC faculty.
Dr. Sharon Grayson, Assistant Professor and Director of the Nursing Program, represents the School of Health Sciences and presents the first standard, which bears the Georgia Gwinnett College seal. The GGC seal represents the core mission, values, and vision of the college. The GGC seal both represents and identifies the college as unique among all other educational institutions. It is comprised of the college's official colors, green and gray, and contains the following symbolism of GGC's core identity. The outer rim of the seal contains a dotted line representing the many talents and individuals that surround and embrace the college, creating a unified and secure cord to shape its continued growth and prosperity. The ring of 44 stars symbolizes Gwinnett, the 44th county created in the state of Georgia. The core values of the college are represented by the 4 words: leadership, service, scholarship, and creativity. The center of the seal contains the college's official logo, referred to as the cresting double G. Moving outward from the center ring, which represents students, the next ring represents the GGC faculty. The following ring represents the staff, and the outer ring represents the community. These are the 4 groups of individuals who comprise the essential relationships in which learning takes place.
The 5 faculty representatives carry a standard bearing the GGC seal and one of the 4 core values of Georgia Gwinnett College: leadership, service, creativity, and scholarship.
Dr. Kathleen Pinson, Assistant Professor of Accountancy and Senior Academic Advisor, represents the School of Business and carries the standard of leadership. The standard of leadership reflects the Georgia Gwinnett College's commitment to inspire innovation in our students and to manage change. Accordingly, GGC graduates learn to model purposeful, intentional actions that enable those around them to work together in cohesive and coherent ways toward common goals and objectives. Our students lead with both their hearts and their minds, as well as by example, and they encourage others to do the same.
Dr. Gerald Eads, Assistant Professor of Educational Foundations, represents the School of Education and carries the standard of service. This standard affirms Georgia Gwinnett College's commitment to encourage each graduate to contribute actively in ways that will result in a positive impact on their local, state, national, and international communities.
Dr. Laurel Holland, Assistant Dean and Associate Professor of Sociology, representing the School of Liberal Arts, carries the standard of creativity. The hallmarks of creativity include curiosity, intellectual versatility, imagination, and critical and creative thinking. These attributes enable our graduates to embrace different modes of thought and varied perspectives, to see the relationships that exist between disparate ideas and situations, and to forge new connections in order to arrive at innovative solutions.
Dr. Kamel Kakish, Assistant Professor and Assistant Dean of Information Technology, represents the School of Science and Technology and carries the standard of scholarship. This standard illustrates Georgia Gwinnett's dedication to developing graduates into lifelong intentional learners. As such, these graduates learn to discover, acquire, integrate, and apply knowledge in ways that enhance both their lives and the lives of others.
GGC faculty members process immediately behind the standards, representing the academic ranks of full, associate, or assistant professor and instructor.
The distinct regalia worn by faculty reflect both their disciplines as well as the colors of the varied institutions where their individual degrees were conferred. Additional meaning of the colors in academic regalia is outlined on page 12 in today's commencement program.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the procession of the Georgia Gwinnett College graduating class of spring 2016.
of the platform party and distinguished guests, which include the president of Georgia Gwinnett College, Dr. Stash Krzyzewski, senior leadership of the college, academic deans, and our guest speaker, Ms. Amy Copeland.
The platform party also includes leadership of the GGC Faculty Senate, the Division of Student Affairs, the Georgia Gwinnett College Foundation, the Student Government Association, the Spring 2016 Student Speaker, the Commissioning Officer from the UGA Reserve Officer Training Corps, and the Office of Enrollment Management.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the positioning of the colors by the Georgia Gwinnett College Army Reserve Officer Training Corps and the singing of our national anthem. At the conclusion of the singing of the national anthem, please remain standing and in silence until the ROTC color guard posts the colors and the final salute is rendered. We are pleased that the national anthem will be performed by Jordan Sanders, our GGC student soloist, under the direction of Dr. Mark Gilley, Associate Professor of Music.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We have just heard the wonderful vocal talents of Jordan Sanders. Please remain standing for the retiring of the color guard.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you the president of Georgia Gwinnett College, Dr. Stanley Stosh Pachewski.
Well, good morning, and congratulations to the class of 2016. You're almost across the finish line, just one more task. You got to make it from there to here and back to your seat. We got it done. I have the privilege of serving as the president of Georgia Gwinnett College. It's my pleasure to welcome you all, family, friends, faculty, and staff, to the Spring 2016 Commencement exercise. Today, we recognize and celebrate more than 470 students who have earned their bachelor's degrees. Now, please hold your applause for a few minutes as I introduce several distinguished guests who are sharing their morning with us. Please stand as I recognize you. The chairman of the GGC Foundation, a personal friend and mentor to me, Mr. Tommy Hughes. It's always a pleasure to welcome Dr. and Mrs. Dan Kaufman. Dan is GGC's very first president, and the First Lady, Catherine, back to our campus. Welcome back, Dan. We continue to miss your leadership, and we hope that you are enjoying seeing your legacy continue to grow all around you. You had such an inspirational vision for us all. Again, holding your applause for a few moments, let me introduce our elected officials and leaders of our community who go far and above the call of duty in supporting Georgia Gwinnett. I ask the following to stand. State Representative Val Clark, GGC's own mayor, Mayor Judy Jordan Johnson, by far our #1 Grizzly, Lawrenceville City Councilman Robert P. Clark, Mr. Chad Miller, chair of the Georgia Gwinnett College Foundation Alumni Board, various members of our GGC Foundation Board, if you would stand, and several members of our School of Business Board of Visitors. And of course, Ms. Amy Copeland, our keynote speaker, and you'll hear more about her in a bit. Please give them a Grizzly welcome. On behalf of the college, I want to express our deepest appreciation to all of them for being here today and supporting GGC and, most importantly, our students. Graduates, faculty, staff, and guests, let's take a brief moment to show our appreciation to those who made today's ceremony possible. Ms. Laura James and her entire commencement ceremony task force, the facility, technology, audiovisual teams, our superb police security force, the volunteer readers, the ushers, the guides, public relations personnel, our music coordinator, and many more, totaling over 1,000, who made this entire day possible and who gave their selfless time to make this a momentous occasion. So please join me in thanking those who put this ceremony together. And a special thank you to our provost, Dr. Richardson. Beyond her 4 years of brilliant performance here as our provost, Dr. Richardson also controls GGC's microclimate weather pattern and keeps us dry during every outdoor event that we've had. So thank you, Dr. Richardson, for once again for having a perfect day in store for us. You're pitching a perfect game. Graduates, you are by far the largest class in GGC's history. Your class also includes some very important milestones. Jordan Hunter is the first GGC student to earn a bachelor's degree in chemistry. Today we will more than double the number of GGC ROTC cadets who are commissioned as officers in the United States Army. Alicia Griffiths, Andrew Lee, Adam Robes, and Ashley Simmons. Please note that Alicia and Ashley are our very first female commissioned officers. And not our last. And we will award the college's first 24 bachelor's degrees in nursing to the first group of the School of Health Sciences charter nursing class. Yeah, they're quiet nurses, you can tell. Tuesday night, we had a very special and emotional pinning ceremony. These pioneering students participated in their very first exercises being pinned as graduates of our nursing program. And through personal oath, they attested their duties as healthcare providers to our community, and so we welcome them. As GGC continues to grow and develop, we will continue to reach many more milestones. Our college has now grown by about 4,000 students since many of you enrolled here just 4 years ago. And this fall, we'll reach nearly 13,000 enrolled students on the campus. You've also seen the completion of one major academic construction project, the Allied Health and Sciences building to your left, my right, and the start of another, the expansion of Building C to your right. And we're not done yet. Once we finish this expansion, there's another expansion planned for that same building that's even larger, so we can better serve our student body and the citizens of Georgia who deserve only the finest in collegiate education, and education is available to them at an affordable price. During just your time here, GGC also surpassed the $1 billion mark in our total economic impact on our local community. In the last few days, we were notified that we contributed another $416 million in economic impact for fiscal year 15 alone. That's nearly $500 million a year moving forward, and that doesn't count the economic contributions each of these graduates will contribute back to our community after they graduate. And to date, this college's existence has led to the creation of 4,200 jobs, 3,000 of which are within our community. These students also nominated members of their faculty for the University System of Georgia Board of Regents Teaching Excellence Award, and the students have been successful in their nominations. In the last 4 years, 4 GGC faculty members have received this prestigious award. Drs. Jessica Damian, Richard Pennington, Davil Budrite, and this year, Professor Mei Zhang has also won the award. So before your arrival here, too, Dr. Candace Timpty won the GGC's first Teaching Excellence Award. These awards are very competitive. Only a handful of the thousands of university system faculty earn this award each year. The fact that we have won 5 in the last 7 years is amazing, considering there are 30 institutions in the university system. GGC is recognized for its second consecutive year as the most ethnically diverse Southern college in the South, both public or private, in the U.S. News and World Report. We are also internationally diverse. Your graduating class includes students representing 31 different countries. Please stand, graduate, as I call your nation of citizenship. Please stand. Argentina, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Brazil, Canada, Chad, Colombia, Costa Rica, Croatia, Ecuador, Gambia, Ghana, Guatemala, Haiti, Honduras, India, Indonesia, Jamaica, Kenya, Mexico, Nigeria, Pakistan, Peru, Poland, Romania, South Korea, Sweden, Taiwan, United Kingdom, Venezuela, Vietnam, and Zimbabwe. We welcome you and thank you for choosing GGC, as you have brought a world's worth of culture to our campus and modeled how people can indeed join together in peace and unity through education. We welcome you. GGC is recognized for an affordable, high-quality educational experience made possible by our innovative approach to higher education. U.S. News and World Report notes that GGC graduates have the least average college debt than any other ranked Southern regional public college. GGC not only challenges the conventions of higher education, we are game-changing, and we are increasingly receiving national attention for our innovative approach to higher education, and we're receiving competitive awards. The team and faculty and staff serving you through the Advising Center recently received the Gold Level Chancellor Service Excellence Team of the Year Award for the system. The university saw their work as exceptional, but to GGC, it's just doing their job. Everything we do, from the size of our classroom to the styles of instruction to the mentorship by faculty and to the generous and enthusiastic support of GGC's extended community, everything revolves around you, the student, and is designed to help you to get to this point today. The most important milestone of all is your milestone. You are the living proof that the GGC model works. You are why we come to work every day, and you are the reason we're all gathered this morning to celebrate your work. While your personal journeys are all unique, you share many characteristics. Most of you are from Gwinnett and the surrounding region, but as you've heard, from 31 nations around the world. 1/3 of you came to college at an older age. Almost half of you are the first members of your family to obtain a bachelor's degree. Most of you have earned your degree while working at least part-time, and many of you are working full-time. Some of you have multiple jobs. So you need to afford college, right? I continue to be impressed with how many of our students today go to college while raising families or facing difficult challenges that would derail less determined individuals. But you persevered and made the most of your opportunities. Dean Krantz earns his degree in information technology today after a long journey that started in 2001 and included interruptions for family needs, night classes scheduled around work and deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan. It took him 15 years, but he's here today. Kelly Hickey took almost 30 years to get here today, and her fellow business major, Sheila Harvey, took almost 40 years to get here today. They persevered as well. Lacey Fitz faced a different kind of challenge. She always wanted to be a teacher, but because of her learning disability and speech impediments, people told her she couldn't do it. But she did, because, quote, she's stubborn like her grandmother. And at GGC, she grew from being shy and quiet to being a leader who takes charge in the classroom. Today, she earns her bachelor's degree in English with a teacher certification and plans to get her master's and PhD. You've all made your own unique journeys to get to this point, and I'm sure you're feeling proud, relieved, maybe a little bit scared of the unknown, but you're excited about what lies ahead. It's like biology major Josiah Williams described a rock climbing trip he took with our outdoor adventure program earlier. He had reached a high ledge, took a break, looked out over the valley and the trees below, and he said at that moment, quote, "I don't know exactly how high up I was, but I know I never felt so nauseous. It was awesome." Each of you should take a moment to look back at how high you've climbed, because today you too are awesome. I wish now to take a moment to acknowledge that several of you have a special relationship with a myriad of uniformed services that often place you in harm's way on our behalf, protecting our lives, our safety, and our freedoms. We all thank you for your service to our nation and our communities and the quality of life we enjoy each day. Will those graduates, as well as the members of our audience who are present today, who have served in the past or are currently serving in our military, the police, the fire, or rescue, or EMS, if those in the uniformed services past or present will please stand for acknowledgement, we'd appreciate that. Thank you for what you do. Time does not permit me to list all of the distinction your class has earned as individual students or as groups. We're very proud of your many accomplishments and achievements, but I will take a few moments to point out a few extraordinary highlights, including state, regional, and national recognition. All the education majors graduating today have passed a new national performance assessment required for teacher certification in Georgia, a test harder than any group experienced before them. Psychology major Heather Sullivan may be the first GGC student listed as a collaborator on a research paper in the prestigious journal Science. She also won a monetary award from the Psych-Hi Honor Society for seniors going to graduate school. Our nursing students serve on the boards of directors of the Georgia Association of Nursing Students and on the National Board of National Student Nurses. That state association named Lindsay Smith Member of the Year and Gina McCourt Glenn the recipient of the Breakthrough to Nursing Award. Rusty Hatchell was one of only 30 students selected to present at the student conference for the Society of Cinema and Media Studies. Members of the GGC Honors Program won multiple awards at a United Nations Security Council simulation hosted by the Osgood Center for International Studies in Washington, D.C. Comprised mostly of first-year students, that GGC delegation outperformed many teams of upperclassmen and graduate students. Grizzly Athletics is quickly establishing itself as one of the nation's premier intercollegiate athletic programs. Our 6 varsity teams this year have a combined 152 wins, 38 losses, and 4 ties as an overall record as of yesterday. That's a winning percentage of .783. The softball team reached a new high as a number 13 ranking in the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics. Men's soccer hit number 13, and women's soccer earned its first ever berth to the NAIA National Tournament. But there's more. 3 GGC teams, baseball, men's tennis, and women's tennis, are all ranked number 1 in the country in NAIA this year. And you gotta cheer as loud for the academic achievements, all right? Okay. An astonishing feat for a program that's only in its 4th season. And just Tuesday afternoon, our baseball team captured its 2nd Association of Independent Institutions title in 3 years. In fact, right now, all 4 spring sports teams are in postseason events competing for a national championship. Our beautiful Grizzly Athletics Complex was chosen to host postseason games in all 6 sports, and I welcome any of you to come on out and have a nice day with us. You don't have to drive all the way to Atlanta to watch a game. And our varsity teams aren't the only ones doing well. The flag football team finished 3rd in the state, and one of our students competed nationally in table tennis. We're also having a winning season in information technology. Graduating seniors in information technology majors Matt Berger and Alejandro Guzman recently won GGC's 3rd National AITP Championship in database design. Matt and Raquel Lawrence also won the 4th place trophy in Java development. In addition, Raquel won 1st place for her research poster at the ACM Southeast Women in Computing Conference. IT majors also won, that's what I'm talking about. IT majors also won 1st place honors in the student research poster contest and 2nd place in programming contest for the Consortium for Computing Sciences in Colleges Central Plains Conference. And graduating senior Jeannie Yang was one of 3 IT majors who won scholarships to attend the ACM Richard Tapia Celebration of Diversity in Computing Conferences. If I listed every one of your accomplishments, we'd be here all day, and it's getting hot. And oh, by the way, Building C is back to your right. There's an air-conditioned auditorium with over 200 seats. This is being broadcast live on a large screen, so if you're having any problem with the heat, please, just to your right rear is an auditorium that's air-conditioned, and if you have an umbrella up, if you would take that down because you're blocking graduates, you have to stay. No, you stay. Whatever you choose to do, your success is the reason Georgia Gwinnett College was built. You are our inspiration. We welcome the opportunity to be part of your higher education adventure, and we look forward to hearing about your future successes. Keela Adams, who graduates today with a degree in criminal justice criminology, plans to get a master's degree in public administration and establish a nonprofit to serve at-risk juveniles. James Rooks will attend UGA's Archaeological Field School this summer, then continue his history education in graduate school. Sasha Hussain will use her business degree to return home to Bangladesh and become the first woman to join her family's 54-year-old business. An early childhood major, Erin Pelletier, says she will be the champion who encourages her students to go to college. Erin, we hope you understand that means they come to this college. Our senior speaker today also has plans for her future after today's ceremony. Jordan Rudnicki graduated from Mill Creek High School in 2008 and spent 18 months studying at a Bible school in Argentina. She returned home and enrolled at GGC as a freshman in 2010. Jordan wanted to go into the medical field, so she originally majored in biology. However, when GGC introduced its new nursing program, she applied and was competitively selected. An active student leader, Jordan helped us to form the Gwinnett Grizzly Bear Association of Nursing Students and served as its secretary. She also served on the board of Georgia Association of Nursing Students. During her time in college, our speaker Jordan worked as a full-time nanny, got married to her husband, Joe, and became mother to her now 10-month-old son, Walter. Okay, Jordan, when the nursing faculty repeatedly stressed that you needed to find ways to apply your classroom learning to a real-world scenario, they didn't expect you to have a baby in the middle of your nursing studies. While others practiced on pediatric simulators, you had the real deal. And the dean informed me that you never asked for extensions of time on your assignments. You started with the charter class and finished on time with them, earned a 4.0 GPA, won the highest nursing award, and will now deliver the senior speech. I'm told that yesterday that she's accepted a job as an intensive care nurse at Gwinnett Medical Center just down the road. When I congratulated her for the new posting, she turned to me and said, quote, "Dr. Procheski, I hope I never see you there," unquote. That's classic. And yes, parents, graduates actually do get jobs. So don't let them tell you otherwise, and time to get them to move out of your basement. Jordan and the rest of GGC's charter nursing class recently participated in a pinning ceremony, as I mentioned earlier. This is a deeply symbolic and meaningful tradition within the nursing profession. As part of that ceremony, they took a pledge of service and received a special lapel pin. In keeping with that nursing tradition, they will wear this pin on their uniforms to indicate from where they received their education. But not quite yet, because after today's ceremony, our nursing graduates must prepare to take their national nursing boards later this summer. Once they pass, and we're confident 100% will, they can begin their nursing careers. So, please join me in welcoming one of our charter nursing graduates, Jordan Rudnicki.
Thank you, President Perchevsky, and welcome GGC faculty and staff, honored guests, family and friends, and of course, my fellow Grizzlies. What an honor it is to represent Georgia Gwinnett's graduating class of 2016. As we are gathered here for today's commencement, I invite each of you to momentarily reflect on the many events that have brought you to where you are today. Several years ago, I had the opportunity to study at a Bible college in Argentina. That experience opened my eyes to the tremendous need that exists in the world. I wasn't just struck by the severe poverty I saw, or by the number of children without a home or clothing. I was struck by the overwhelming need for love and compassion. My spirit was moved to care for those who were otherwise forgotten and to advocate change for those who could not help themselves. These attributes led me to pursue a career in nursing, and I could not have chosen a better college to prepare me for this field than Georgia Gwinnett. Throughout my college career, everyone told me when I reach this point and look back over the last few years, I will wonder where the time went, that the years would have flown by. And I can stand here today and tell you, they were all wrong. I know exactly where the time went, and to countless hours of hard work studying, writing papers, preparing projects, and going to class each week. Looking back, I realize I'm not the same person I was when I started. I have been challenged to courageously face new opportunities and to not settle for the way things have always been. As I think about today, I know graduation is an incredible accomplishment, but it has not come easily. Many of us have overcome tremendous obstacles and sacrifices to make it to this point. We have worked our way through school. We have sacrificed time with our families. We have lost many hours of sleep studying for tests. We have battled illnesses. We have lost loved ones. But in all this, we were not alone, because we have also built wonderful friendships with our classmates that will last us well into the future. We have received support from our teachers that is unique to the culture of GGC, not just in the classroom, but in mentoring us through life choices as well. We have been part of a school that puts students first and inspires us to do more for our community. Please join me now in thanking the faculty and staff of Georgia Gwinnett College for everything they have done to make our college years so special. We talk a lot in GGC's nursing program about creating a culture of caring. This concept refers to being present with those around us, engaging with them, and allowing them to be vulnerable. It involves caring for people holistically, recognizing the individual physical, mental, and spiritual needs of each person. It means being a leader and empowering others to learn to provide for themselves. A culture of caring means putting myself aside so I can care for and serve another. I believe this concept represents not only the nursing program, but Georgia Gwinnett College as well. GGC is known for challenging the status quo, and that idea has been shown in every step of my college journey. I think I can speak for most of us when I say, I'm thankful to have been at a school and part of a program where every one of my teachers knew my name and dedicated their time to helping me succeed. I could actually get to know my classmates because there are only 30 of us in the room. I took part in state-of-the-art learning through flipped classrooms and technology integration. I learned you can't teach or impact someone without engaging him and caring for them as a whole person. The atmosphere of this college has taught us to look beyond tradition and ask what we can do to make things better. As a member of GGC's charter nursing class, I hope to take the culture I've experienced here into my practice of caring for others. I hope to improve the way people are treated to make outcomes better for future generations. I challenge each of you to do the same in your future professions. GGC class of 2016, be proud of your hard work and your accomplishments to reach this college graduation, but don't stop here. The progress we have each made the last few years is just the beginning of our journeys. Let's not settle for the status quo or for mediocrity. Let's be people who have courage to ask, what can I do to make a difference? And then do it. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, the purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and have lived well. Graduates, congratulations on your success. Now let's keep moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. And before you leave the podium, we have a special presentation for you. Every year, Georgia Gwinnett College selects an outstanding student to submit to the Board of Regents as our choice for the Georgia State Legislature's annual Academic Recognition Day Award, bestowed on only one student from each of the 30 institutions in the University System of Georgia. This year, that student was Jordan, and you saw why. Her name was read aloud in both the Georgia House of Representatives and the Senate chambers on March 9th at the Capitol. At this time, we'd like to recognize Jordan for this notable distinction and present her with the official state proclamations honoring her academic achievements framed for her by the School of Health Sciences. Dean Diane White, would you please join me in the presentation of the proclamation and a few photos. Befitting the fact that we're graduating our very first class of nurses, we sought an inspiring speaker who benefited from the professions of healthcare. I have the exceptional privilege to introduce today's commencement's keynote speaker, Ms. Amy Copeland. A few of us had the distinct pleasure of meeting her at a reception earlier this morning, and it was absolutely inspiring in every respect. Previously, I watched in earnest as her story unfolded across the American media coast to coast. Thousands of prayers, mine included, were raised for her recovery. About 4 years ago, Amy was injured in a zipline accident. As a result, she developed a dangerous infection which was antibiotic resistant. Amy almost lost his life, and to save her, medical teams had to amputate her extremities. Such an outcome would permanently sideline many individuals, but not Amy. She's a fighter, and she refused to let her physical limitations put limitations on her life or on her future. A graduate student at the time, Amy not only completed her master's degree in humanistic psychology at the University of West Georgia, she then went on to pursue a second master's degree in sociology, also at West Georgia. I cannot say enough about Amy's positive attitude. She does not define herself by her physical condition. In fact, her situation has led her to plan her own practice through which she can provide wilderness therapy for people with disabilities. Please pay very close attention to her talk today. If ever you think you're having a bad day, just focus on this amazing woman. Through all of life's challenges, she finds only the goodness in situations and garners the strength, the grit necessary to drive on and succeed. So please give a warm GGC welcome to Ms. Amy Copeland, our keynote.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's an honor and a privilege to be here today, and congratulations, class of 2016. We're very proud of you all. Some of you guys who are local may remember me from May of 2012 when the flesh-eating bacteria ravaged my body. Some of you guys may recall how Gwinnett County really just banded together to support me in my time of need. And still others may recall how faith led to my survival despite all odds. But for those of you who don't, I will start at the beginning. It was May 1st of 2012, and I had just finished my last final exams at the University of West Georgia, where I was also working 3 jobs. That morning I had gotten off my shift at my waitressing job at the Sunnyside Cafe, a local breakfast restaurant. And one of my fellow waitresses invited me to come over to her house where a river ran behind it to come hang out. She had bunnies and little baby birds, and I couldn't say no. It was a beautiful, warm, but breezy day, similar to today. And so we went back there and waded through the river behind her house. And as we did so, we stumbled upon an old homemade zip line. And I don't know about you guys, but I was raised in the South, and whenever we see a rope swing or some boards going up a tree, we don't ask questions, we just jump off it. Right? So we each took a go on the zip line, and it was actually on my second go that I heard two of the most horrifying sounds I've ever heard in my life. The first one was the zip line snapping, and the second was my body hitting the sharp rocks below. And as I looked down, I saw that my leg was cut badly, perhaps the worst cut I'd ever had. However, what I didn't know is that it was harboring a deadly bacteria. I had necrotizing fasciitis, and my left leg was quickly rotting. It would be 3 days before we realized this, and I was immediately life-flighted to Doctors Hospital in Augusta. My left leg was removed at the hip, along with a large portion of my torso. Both my hands and my right foot would also have to be removed later. All my vital organs were failing, and I coded simply being moved from the stretcher to the table. And the doctors told my parents that I probably would not make it through the night. They asked what they could do, and the doctor's response was something they didn't expect. They said, well, you can pray. And that's what they did. And that night, my psychology department held an all-night prayer vigil in my honor as I laid in a hospital bed on the brink of death. My lactic acid levels that night rose to twice the survivable levels. Some of the words that the doctors used to describe my recovery were astonishing, mind-boggling, incredible, and unbelievable. However, of course, during all this time, I really had no idea what was going on. I remained in a drug-induced stupor every day, having to ask where I was and how I got there. Spending the entire summer of 2012 was certainly not my plan for my summer vacation, but through this journey, I've learned so much about myself, about others, and about the world. And today, as you take on this new chapter of your lives, I would like to impart just a few of those lessons onto you, so that along with this wonderful education that you've been provided with at GGC, you might continue to live your lives with courage, dignity, and joy. One of the most important lessons that I learned that helped me to get where I am today is that compassion leads to healing. Not just for the person that you're feeling empathy for, but for yourself. And I know a lot of my nurses out here know what I'm talking about. When you help others, you realize that a lot of our issues in life are really petty and not that important after all. You realize that no matter who you are, there's always further down. If you're alive right now, it could be worse. I had the opportunity to learn this lesson in Shepherd Center, where I went for my rehabilitation. A lot of people ask me why I went to Shepherd Center, a spinal cord injury hospital, instead of somewhere that specialized in amputations. But I'm actually very glad that I did, as if I had been in an amputee hospital, I would have been the worse off there with quadruple amputations, whereas some people maybe would have been missing only one limb, perhaps below the knee, which in the amputee world we refer to as a paper cut. However, instead, I was here at this spinal cord injury hospital where both of my neighbors had quadriplegia. Neither of them could move anything below the neck. This quickly made me realize how lucky I really was and made me grateful for the most basic things. Also, working for organizations like FODAC, Friends of Disabled Adults and Children, allowed me to see how wonderful my life truly is and how blessed I am. It is the children at FODAC that have really gotten to me. I lived an entirely normal life up to the age of 24 and never thought about the kids that couldn't go to the skating rink, couldn't go to the birthday parties, couldn't play on the playground. This experience has made me so grateful and wanting to pay that forward to other people who are going through similar struggles and situations, because we all face difficulties. For me, it's easy to see because it's on the outside, but I guarantee you there are many people in this audience who are struggling. And together, we can make a difference for one another. The next lesson that I had the opportunity to learn is a lot more practical. You may have heard, where there's a will, there's a way. I have discovered this to be so very true, because there's many things when I was in the hospital I thought I'd never be able to do. But it took me going home and being alone and having to, plug my phone in or make some food, and I would, push my head against the wall, put my leg up another way, and if I wanted it badly enough, I would get it done no matter what it took. And I'm here to tell you that's the same for whatever your goals might be. No matter what challenges in life you face, if you want something bad enough, you will find a way. But you've got to want it bad enough. And if you don't find a way, it probably means you didn't want it bad enough. And that being said, I still haven't figured out how to do the laundry. But, and there have been several times in my life when people have tried to tell me what I would and would not be able to do. And I kind of like it now when people tell me I can't do something, because I'm like, oh yeah, challenge. And then I make it my personal goal to prove them wrong. And I've had this happen several times. When I was first discharged from Shepherd Center, I had very long hair. It was August in Georgia. So my first question to my occupational therapist was, so how do I put my hair in a ponytail? And his response was, well, all the upper extremity female amputees I know just cut their hair short. Now granted, my OT was a man, and he was bald. Maybe not the expert on ponytails, but that day I made it my goal in life that not just for myself, but for all the upper extremity amputee females out there, that I would figure out a way to put my hair in a ponytail. And I probably failed the first 100 times that I tried, but on that 101th time, a voice just spoke to me and said, tie a loop in the end of the contraption that I was working with. And as soon as I did that, I got the ponytail first try. So if you want something bad enough, don't give up. Don't give up. Something as simple as a ponytail for me could be your biggest goal in life. Don't give it up, because it might be the 101st try when you get it. Now, this third lesson was actually imparted on me by one of my favorite nurses at Doctor's Hospital in Augusta. Her name was Jacqueline, and she was a night nurse. And I think Jacqueline realized that I was going to have a lot of issues with these amputations being a young woman. The society that we live in tells you that to be beautiful, you have to be perfect and starving and look like their perfect model. And she realized that I might have difficulty accepting my new body. And she would talk with me constantly about what I really was and what the self really is, and made me realize that this body is just a vehicle here. What I really am, who I really am, is a spiritual being who is much larger than this. And one very meaningful thing that Jackie did, not to mention that she worked these 12-hour night shifts, she went home and sewed me by hand this rag doll, who I call Jackie. And what's so special to me about this doll is not that this woman went home on her off days and stitched it stitch by stitch, but rather it's what she wrote on the back of the doll's head. And I'll try to read it without getting too emotional. It says, Amy, please remember, nobody is perfect. This doll is handmade with imperfections because we all are made different. It's what we do with what we have that counts. Love, Jackie. And I don't know about y'all, but I think every girl, probably every boy too, needs a doll like this to remind them of that. It's not about what you have, it's about what you do with what you have. And I like to rephrase that in a different way and say we can't control the things that happen to us in life. All we can control is how we respond to them. That's all. But a lot of people look at me, thank you, a lot of people look at me when I say this and they're like, but what about the stuff we can't control? Because that's the part I'm struggling with. And that's what I have to say to that is that's where faith comes in. That's where you have to believe within the depths of your soul that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. That's where you have to believe in this larger plan. I think a lot of times we want to know the plan. We want to know it step by step so we can be okay with everything. But trying to understand the vastness of reality when we have one tiny piece of the puzzle is like trying to teach a turtle calculus. You just can't do it. There's somebody else in charge. He's got the plan. Our job is to trust in him. Our job is to allow that will to be done. And so in those dark nights of the soul, you can have fear or you can have faith. And even in my darkest moments, when I've cried and I've screamed and I've been at the end of my rope, I've had to remember that at every tunnel, there's a light. And at the end of every dark night of the soul, the sun will rise. And I want to just make sure that you guys go out into the world believing that, and not just being happy because your circumstances are good, but in the worst circumstances, can you remain true to those feelings? It seems like we're constantly going around saying this is good and this is bad, and I want the good, but keep away the bad. But we don't always know what's good and what's bad. People walk up to me and say how sorry they feel for me, but I'm here to tell y'all today, I got it going on, okay? What happened to me was not bad. So sometimes you just gotta suspend judgment and just trust. Just trust. And then finally, the last lesson I'll leave you with is that sometimes it's the chaos in life that allows us to grow the most. And this chaos in my life has led me to my calling, my passion. And that's to bridge the gap between accessibility and people with disabilities. I've always been an avid outdoors woman, and as I laid in the hospital bed with no legs, I thought, well, 5-mile hikes in the woods, probably not gonna happen anymore. But the longer I laid there and saw these other people also laying in these beds, watching soap operas day after day, the more I realized these are the people that need it most. These are the people who really need that connection with the natural world. And so after just completing my master's in social work, I'm moving on to start my own nonprofit organization that provides a community growth center for people of all ages and abilities where they can hike, camp, and seek other holistic counseling services. And so, graduates, I will probably need some of your help. I'm gonna need a lot of volunteers. So if my dream resonates with you, I would love to collaborate with you in the future. Please look me up on Facebook. Let's keep this dialogue going, and I would love to talk with you guys in the future. Thank you all so much for having me today, and congratulations, graduates!
Good morning. My name is Chase Goodwin, and I am the current GGC Student Government Association President. On behalf of the students of Georgia Gwinnett College, I would like to thank you, Amy, for being here today to share your wisdom with the spring graduating class of 2016. In appreciation of the positive impact your words will have on each of us for years to come, it is my honor to present you with this gift on behalf of both the GGC student body and the spring 2016 graduating class. Thank you again for being here today.
Thank you.
I was told that this is her first commencement speech. I think she's also found another second career. That was powerful. That was powerful. We've had heads of government and dignitaries here, and I don't think of a more moving talk and inspired. It was great. Thank you. Yours is a universal message that which all of our graduates can take encouragement, and each of you find your own grit. You have benefited greatly, Amy, from the professionals in many fields, and I'm sure many of our graduates can see their own academic disciplines of study intersect with situations like yours. Even if behind the scenes, your presence here is particularly meaningful to our first nursing graduates. So thank you for sharing that story with us. We will now proceed with the conferral of degrees. I call on the interim Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs and our Provost, Dr. Lois Richardson, to acknowledge those candidates who will graduate with honors and to introduce the deans who will present the graduates as candidates for the degrees in their respective schools. Dr. Richardson.
Thank you, Dr. Pacheski. In a moment, the deans of the School of Business, the School of Education, the School of Health Sciences, the School of Liberal Arts, and the School of Science and Technology will present the candidates for the following baccalaureate degrees: Bachelor's of Business Administration, Bachelor's of Science in Education, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor's of Science, and Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. First, we will recognize those candidates who will graduate with special honors. Students graduating with these honors will be noted as they receive their degrees. Those graduating summa cum laude have earned a grade point average above 3.875. Magna cum laude reflects those graduates who earned a grade point average above a 3.75. And those students graduating cum laude have earned above a 3.50. Will those students graduating with special honors please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, in order, the following deans will present the candidates for their applicable degrees. Dr. Tyler Yu, Interim Dean of the School of Business. Dr. Kathy Moore, Dean of the School of Education. Dr. Adolfo Santos, Dean of the School of Liberal Arts. Dr. Tom Mundy, Dean of the School of Science and Technology. And Dr. Diane White, Dean of the School of Health Sciences.
President Brzezinski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Business, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the baccalaureate degree in business administration. These candidates have, by character and achievement, as judged by our faculty, proved worthy. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Business Administration and the faculty of the School of Business please rise? Please be seated.
President Prochaski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Education, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the Bachelor of Science in Education. These candidates have, by character and achievement, as judged by the faculty, proved worthy. Will the degree candidates with the majors of Early Childhood Education and Special Education and the faculty in the School of Education please rise? Please be seated.
President Prochaski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Health Sciences, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. These candidates have, by character and achievement, as judged by the faculty, proved worthy. Will degree candidates with majors in nursing and the faculty in the School of Health Sciences please rise? Please be seated.
President Prochaski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Liberal Arts, it is my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the baccalaureate degree of science and the baccalaureate degree of arts. These candidates have, by character and achievement, as judged by the faculty, proved worthy. With the candidates with majors in English, history, political science, criminal justice, and psychology, and the faculty of the School of Liberal Arts, please rise. Thank you. Please be seated.
President Prochaski, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Science and Technology, it's my privilege to present the candidates who have completed the prescribed course of study for the baccalaureate degree of science. These candidates by character and achievement as judged by the faculty are proved worthy. Will the degree candidates with major in biology, information technology, exercise science, mathematics, and chemistry, and the faculty of the School of Science and Technology, please rise. Please be seated.
Here it comes. Will all of the spring 2016 candidates for graduation, the faculty, and the deans please rise? Hold on. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, and pending final approval of the Georgia Gwinnett College faculty and certification by the Georgia Gwinnett College Registrar, I hereby confer upon you the baccalaureate degrees as listed in the commencement program, with all of the rights, responsibilities, and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations, and you may now move your tassel from the right to the left to signify your graduation. Please be seated. I'm going to take a moment of a personal point of order. I wish to interrupt today's proceedings with two announcements of special importance. There are celebrations of a lifetime service to higher education and 10 years of service to Georgia Gwinnett College as the founding charter dean of the School of Business. In a moment, I will ask that Dean Victoria Johnson join me at the podium. Dean Johnson has served higher education for over 35 years in the disciplines related to the field of business. Just prior to coming to GGC as its first dean, she was the Dean of Business for Mercer University. Despite all of her successes there and a tenured position for life there, she left that school to be the very first dean at GGC, tasked to develop our School of Business. Most would consider such a choice to be a great risk, for GGC was a brand new college, but she saw it as an opportunity to make a significant difference. She indeed founded our School of Business, hired all of the initial staff and faculty personally, and built an exemplary program that sailed through regional accreditation without comment and is nearing completion of its requirements for AACSB international accreditation as a business school, limited to less than the top 15% of all business schools worldwide. Thousands of students and dozens of employers have benefited from her leadership and her experience. She's been a personal friend and advisor to me since her arrival exactly 10 years ago, and she's led the team of deans. I cannot imagine a more positive, optimistic, or effective leader to have on the GGC senior leader team. The GGC School of Business will certainly be her legacy, and her positive impact will be felt by thousands for students for decades to come. So Victoria, please come forward and accept the recognition you have so deservedly earned over the past decade at GGC and in a lifetime of service to higher education nationally. It flipped back to by the authority vested in me. Hang on. Finally, we also need to take a moment to celebrate the life of a GGC student, Michael Glenn, who passed away earlier this year, just prior to completing his baccalaureate degree. A business major, he sought to fulfill his dreams. Cut far too short in his time on this earth, he nonetheless made his mark and will not be forgotten. Once a Grizzly, always a Grizzly. As his father, Mr. Mike Glenn, is escorted to the podium to accept the GGC posthumous diploma on behalf of his son, let us all participate in a moment of silence in honor of this fellow Grizzly, fine student, and exceptional family member. Mr. Glenn will now accept Michael's diploma. As we issue the diplomas, you will be congratulated by today's commencement speaker, Ms. Amy Copeland, and by the dean of your school immediately following the receipt of your diploma. Now, those who are to receive their diplomas, please come forward as your name is called.
Name reader mic should be on.
Amarani Ademi.
Ulubumi Johnson Ariola.
Amanda Marie Warren.
Carl Damien Alcindor.
Syed Ali cum laude.
Cassandra Faye Arsenault.
Herman David Araya Elizondo, summa cum laude.
Anne-Marie D. Borasing.
Nakimlia Latrice Blithers.
Richard Ajay Buache.
Frank Junius Brake III.
Daniel Brito.
Connor Joseph Brown.
Said Mahbub Bukhari.
Nicholas Ray Burchell.
Megan Taylor Christian.
Amber Marie Carmichael.
Mia P. Yang.
Giovanni Cruz.
Christian Davila.
Sydney F. Davies.
Victoria Dementiev, summa cum laude.
Lakeisha P. Davis.
Barbara Lee Eckenrod, summa cum laude.
Terrell J. Dudley.
Jennifer Lauren Elder.
Monique Renee Irvin.
Winchell Etienne.
Taylor Charles Fields.
Deidre Marie Franks.
John Michael Flickinger.
Concepcion Garcia.
Sarah Louise Frederick.
Julia Marie Gross.
Allison Tadia Gibbs. Slow down.
Magali Gutierrez.
Esteban Gonzalez cum laude.
Vanessa Harbin.
Veronica Alexandra Guevara, cum laude.
David Joseph Harvey, cum laude.
Kristen Lynn Hansen, magna cum laude.
Ashraf Mohammed Hassan.
William Andrews Hardin.
Brittany Nicole Herr, cum laude.
Sheila C. Harvey.
Brandon Richard Holly, summa cum laude.
Matthias Alejandro Hatam, cum laude.
Daniel Lamar Huff.
Kelly Renee Hickey.
Sasha Fahima Hussein.
Rachel D. Hoover.
Christopher J. Jameson.
Naeem A. Hurst, cum laude.
Alnisa Jenkins.
Muammer Izich.
Ellen Christine Jordan.
Kyung Jinjang.
Emily Jean Kiger.
Amber Mariah Jones.
Jared Denard Lundy, summa cum laude.
Myra Karim, summa cum laude.
Megan Jane Maddox.
David Elisha Kikazola, cum laude.
Odir Javier Martinez.
Andrew Paul Lee.
Mark E. Mays.
Martin Lugu, cum laude.
Taj Michael Messer.
Kifa Lu.
Zachary L. Brook, magna cum laude.
Alexandra Martinez, cum laude.
Lauren Ashley Najur.
Sophia Maya.
Sophia Kofina Nelson.
Diego Alvaro Mendezu, cum laude.
Timothy Andrew Norton, cum laude.
Mary Morrison.
Cameron Tyler Oglesby.
Anna Narachinknana Walters, summa cum laude.
Catherine Rochelle Onedy.
Salma Norala.
Monique Jacqueline O'Rourke, cum laude.
Megan O'Brien.
Zui Quoc Pham.
Brandon Joseph Oliveira.
Mackenzie Corey Preston.
Sarah Lynn Payson, cum laude.
Vadim Puska.
Shalin E. Powell.
Perla Diana Ramirez.
Alexander Jordan Pruitt.
Onice Indira Rivas.
Shafila Rahman.
Alex Giovanni Robles.
Jean Gerald Rimpel.
Danny Rodriguez.
William Andrew Robinson.
Caroline Ruiz.
Crystalline Rodriguez, cum laude.
Thiago Carvalho dos Santos.
Ashley Nicole Rossi.
Anthony Ray Simeon.
Tyrell Xavier Sadler.
Gwendolyn Willette Smith, summa cum laude.
Joseph William Schoenfeld.
Justin Brandon Sosby.
Alexander Paul Skiba.
Lara Lene Stewart, summa cum laude, honors program.
Justin Lawrence Smith.
Marissa Ann Savo.
Alicia Juanita Spearman, cum laude.
William Bailey Timmerman.
Olivia Cicera Sturb.
Christine Marie Turner.
Victoria Kirsten Svensson, magna cum laude.
Timothy Elijah Walker.
Connie Swindle Harding.
Arsenio Akai Watlington.
Baiju Thaliath, minor in information technology.
Monique Nichelle Williams.
Kwan M. Tran, cum laude.
Jason Austin Yo.
Nadia Hassan Usmani.
Scarlett Virginia Anderson, cum laude.
Yolanda Walks.
Haley Marie Barrett, cum laude.
Michael Andrew Yarid.
Sarah Kelly Campbell.
Kelly Sue Zorga, cum laude.
Erin Elizabeth Case, summa cum laude.
Jenna Ray Bailey, summa cum laude.
Sean Michael Daniels.
Jennifer Lisette Caxere Guzman, cum laude.
Shelley T. Height, cum laude.
Nicole Kelly Caps.
Jessica Ann Jarvis.
Shayna K. Dalton.
Gabrielle Savon Johnson.
Natalia Andrea Diaz.
Alexis Kinser.
Corley Marie Grant.
Victoria S. Mason, cum laude.
Lisa Hoffman, summa cum laude.
Shelby Lynn Appling McGee, magna cum laude.
Stephanie Jimenez, summa cum laude.
Florina Lydia Mihetiu, cum laude.
Jenna Lee Kim, cum laude.
Jennifer Nicole Neighbors.
Lindsay Marie Malcolm.
Alejandra Jimena Neira Velarde.
Jacqueline Ann Maxwell, cum laude.
Shirley Pesnell Pack.
Ashley Ann Michael.
Mariana Mims Perkle, cum laude.
Zimoa.
Ashley Lauren Scruggs, summa cum laude.
Stephanie Marie Newman, magna cum laude.
Catherine Ann Spudich.
Macy Lee O'Connell, cum laude.
Sarah Kathleen Steele.
Mary Caitlin Patrick, cum laude.
Erin Jeanette Pelletier.
Elizabeth Chandler Quick.
Alexis M. Attridge, summa cum laude.
Awesome B. Sherstad, cum laude.
Abigail Lauren Cannon, cum laude.
Catherine Ann Stamey.
Samantha M. Forrest.
Samantha Marie Tay.
Siobhan B. Glinton.
Angela J. Atoshi, summa cum laude.
Kathleen Marie Landress.
Ashley Joanna May Burgess.
Shannon Marie Wood.
Andrew T. Cornell.
Arjaman Asif, cum laude.
Melissa Demers Gallagher, cum laude.
Anka Larissa Epure.
Shay Elizabeth Haney, summa cum laude.
Zoe Elizabeth Harris.
Hillary Faye McKenzie.
Amelia Nicole Jones, cum laude.
Jessica Michelle Arana.
Lydia Limon, cum laude.
Nigel David.
Ivory Nerlise Miller, cum laude.
Keelan Emil Harris.
Bradley James Morrison.
Katie Luann Hollowell.
Megan Christina Murphy.
Caitlin Lee Copperbush.
Rosaline Adiambo Ogumu, cum laude.
Gina Mycourt Glenn.
Jordan Ariel Rudnicki, summa cum laude.
Sandra Morales, cum laude.
Chanel Cheyenne Smith.
Kendra L. Monolin.
Susan Yoon.
Latasha Danae Richardson.
Robert McDonald Farrell, Sr.
Lindsay Marie Smith, cum laude.
Sean Irvin Flickner, cum laude.
Amina Alucine Tarawali.
Sabrina Garcia.
Stephanie Elaine Abbott, magna cum laude, honors program.
Marilyn Penn Jackson, cum laude.
Lacey Megan Fitz.
Hillary Marie Mackey.
Gina Marie Foster.
Patricia Alice Nicolash.
Ross Eugene Hatchell, magna cum laude, minor in film.
Eleanor Austin Reeves.
Jillian Marie Long.
Gabrielle Nicole Zitka.
Laura Elizabeth Redman.
Jonathan Dalton Brown.
Laura Estella McCorkle Walsh, cum laude.
James Robert Dai, magna cum laude.
Matthew Bray Brooks.
Eamon James Frawley, cum laude.
Michael Jordan Dunn, cum laude.
Robert Fraser Harley.
Amanda Sue Franklin.
Mohammed J. Kasim.
Naveed Ahmad Khan, summa cum laude.
Matthew Joseph Nesbitt.
Nicole Joanne Martinez.
Raul Saunders.
Raymond Gerald Miller, cum laude.
Stephanie Beth Scheivelhood, magna cum laude. Double concentration, Western civilization, and U.S. history.
James Lee Rooks, summa cum laude.
Abimbola Taufikat Amusa, magna cum laude.
Colin Richard Scanlon.
Dejan Chavich.
Nicholas Allen Carter Gray, cum laude.
Amethyst Jaquel Green Jones.
Rebecca Ali Emery.
Jeremy Chase Holcomb.
Alicia Marie Griffiths, summa cum laude, honors program.
Courtney L. Speller.
Rachel Jane Patty.
Javon Kamal Waller, cum laude.
Anastasia Stella, magna cum laude.
Dimitri P. Alexander.
Keela Chanel Adams.
Joseph Michael Bennett.
Taylor Jacob Alexander.
Yesi Del Carmen Cerón.
Kaylee Lynn Capone, cum laude.
Adam Joseph D'Alessandro.
Erica B. Cummings.
Raymond J. Holiday.
Elizabeth M. Cott.
Sean Michael Larson.
Jennifer Marie Mancillas.
Tiara L. Meeks. Minor Sociology. Marta C. Romero, cum laude.
Luis Arturo Reyes Herrera.
Krum, Sotirov.
Ashley Annette Simmons.
Ariana Adame.
Katrina Weldon.
Madison Beaver.
Montserrat Barantes.
Diana M. Benavides, cum laude.
Diamond Deshay Bell.
Ariel Francesca Butler.
Vilmaris Bonilla.
Kelly Chow.
Fabiola Angelica Canales.
Camille L. Cole.
Tyler Jeremy Chenote.
Stephen Letson Cook.
Danielle New Collins.
Jessica Natalie Donan Flores.
Daniela Cruz.
Nicole Lynn Feta, cum laude.
Jennifer Doroteo.
Christopher Anders Glynn.
Ariane Renee Green, cum laude.
Brianna K. Guthrie Savage.
Michelle Lee Hall.
Tori Lynn Heineman, cum laude.
Ainsley Diane Hill.
Tao Yu Huang, minor in business administration.
Donisha L. Johnson.
Nishane Katie Ann Elizabeth Johnson.
Bria Liana Jones.
Keisha Elaine Jones.
Lisa Elias Marshy. Magna cum laude.
Trey Gunnar Mansell.
Brittany Deborah Momen.
Lorena Perez Montoya, cum laude.
Christine Nicole Menster.
Ana Patricia Navarro.
Antonio Denane Nicholson Jr., cum laude.
Katia Sinead Owens.
Casey Lee Parker, summa cum laude.
Rakiba Saida Kamar.
Phil Raines III, magna cum laude, minor in criminal justice.
Linda Marie Rakowicki, cum laude.
Adam Joseph Robes, cum laude.
Kara Sanford.
Kaylee Nicole Smith.
Robert Michael Smith, Jr.
Amanda Tia Parker, cum laude.
Heather Sullivan.
Hillary G. Young.
Erica Christine Velker, minor in criminal justice.
Luisa Fernanda Alfaro.
Sean Scott Azolino.
Hamid George Bangura, cum laude.
Savannah Lee Burkheiser.
Victoria Ashley Burgess, summa cum laude.
Jenny Kendra Chim.
Valerie Duperville Cody.
Megan Nicole Coleman.
Mustafa Conte.
Kalman Choka III, summa cum laude.
Deborah Dawn Curtis.
Jeremy Adam Dial.
Tyler Gerald Donnell, cum laude.
Jessica Lynn Eberly, cum laude.
John Daniel Irwin.
Robert Trey Evans, cum laude.
Bianca Mardoche Felix.
Cody Lloyd Finner.
Ashley Elizabeth Freiberger.
Malachi Hampton Groover, summa cum laude.
Maria Catalina Granada, magna cum laude.
Ariana Haidarovich.
Beatrice Tambudzei Gwenzi, minor in business administration.
Andre Hansery, cum laude.
Jonathan William Herberts.
Aubrey Nicole Hernandez, summa cum laude, minor information technology.
Vikinda Carr.
Sammy Khaled Hudaib, summa cum laude, honors program.
Amber Michelle Kincaid, cum laude.
Chastity Renee Lawless, magna cum laude.
Sarah Lee.
Farhat Mahmood.
Callie Elizabeth Maltese.
Andrea Patricia Mendez.
Shiraz Minhaj.
Stephen Henry Moore.
Evelyn Vianney Morales Velakesh.
Danielle Darlene Nurdajali, magna cum laude, minor information technology.
Krizia Sahili Ochoa, minor in criminal justice.
Maria Camila Ochoa.
Yun Hei O, cum laude.
Alin Rinbantang, minor business administration.
Lydia Rostas.
Kieran Siddiqui.
Anna Sakusova, cum laude.
Fung T. Tran.
Kayla Danielle Slate.
Lemaire Ismael Ventura.
Florida Twintool.
William Christopher Wisnant.
Michael Paul Wallace.
Jordan Lee Hunter, cum laude, honors program.
Josiah Seth Williams.
Thomas Butler.
Thailand Paige Avila.
Bethany D'Alessandro, cum laude, honors program.
William David Wilson Chase, cum laude.
Melissa Danielle Lee.
Kayla Ashton Fields, cum laude, honors program.
Nicholas Alexander Miller.
Ashley Renee Metz.
William Josue Perez.
Monica Michelle Odell.
Germán Josue Rodriguez.
Brian Pulgarin.
Laura Madalina Shalanki, cum laude.
Karina Alejandra Ruiz.
Kimberly Nicole Simmons.
Lisa May Shelton.
Jasmine Cheyenne Williams, magna cum laude.
Lydia Caitlin Smith.
Irving K. Alvarez.
Abdisalem Ahmed Abdul Hakim.
Darren Orion Austin, cum laude.
Kevin Edward Anthony, magna cum laude.
Edwin Omar Benitez.
Derek Tyrone Baines, cum laude, minor in business administration.
Barry D. Brady.
Matthew Joseph Berger, magna cum laude.
Jessica Jamie Bowie.
Aspen Cecilia Broadenax.
Johnny P. Correa.
Arthur Taylor Carrar.
Michael Spencer Day.
Everton Alliston Gardner Jr.
Alexander Josue Gonzalez, summa cum laude.
Marzi Nickdale Godikian.
Ian Robert Graham.
Alejandro Guillermo Guzman, magna cum laude.
Clay Hall.
Ernest Ethan R. Hatney.
Daniel Husu.
Mustafa Kamara.
Jeremy K. Lewis.
Dean Michael Krantz.
Eric E. Martinez.
Matthew Connor Layson.
Corey Alexander Morgan.
Juan Ignacio Lopez Garate.
Katie Nguyen, summa cum laude.
Austin Zachary Moldin.
Anthony David Oliver.
Laurie Kathleen Nagley, cum laude.
Joseph Christopher Ortiz.
Tim Trung Nguyen.
Jamie McNeil Robertson, cum laude.
Joseph Everett Oliver.
Raj Devang Shah, summa cum laude.
Elisha James Patterson.
Gwen Trung Bao Tran.
Francisco Antonio Rodriguez.
Molly Grace Alessi.
Tirth Devang Shah, summa cum laude.
Naila Saida Brown.
Diego Alexander Varela.
Michael Tate Hill.
Jeannie Yang, cum laude. Abernay. Abernay.
Paige Placido.
Abernay Guma Bayen. Fabia Aronte Falonta. Christopher Michael Lawman, cum laude. Lauren M. Burry.
Please join us in congratulating the graduating class of Spring 2016. Please be seated. Thank you.
Mr. Chad Miller, Alumni Board Chair, will now address the graduating class on behalf of the Georgia Gwinnett College Alumni Association.
Good morning, or good afternoon. Hope y'all put on sunscreen this morning. Graduates, as you left the stage, each of you received an alumni pin from the Georgia Gwinnett College Foundation to say congratulations on a job well done. On behalf of the Georgia Gwinnett College Alumni Association, we welcome you, our newest alumni members. Our mission is to create and support partnerships with the community and the Alumni Association, as well as Georgia Gwinnett College, through academic excellence, tradition, and leadership. The Alumni Association would not be able to fulfill this mission without your participation and support. For those of you who have donated to the foundation already, thank you for setting an example amongst your peers. We appreciate your show of support and your belief in this college. Gifts from friends, family, faculty, staff, students, and alumni are all vital to the success of this college. You have spent time and effort creating a legacy here. Please keep us informed with your achievements and changes in your lives. Please be an advocate for GGC as well as an ambassador in your community, your careers, and among yourselves. You graduate today with the distinction of both your academic achievements as well as the title of GGC alumni. At this time, I'd like to ask any GGC alumni who are present to please stand. Stand up. On behalf of the foundation and the GGC alumni before you, congratulations on reaching this special milestone in your lives. We look forward to your partnership with us in the years ahead. Thank y'all. Y'all may be seated. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chad. We have a special addition to today's commencement ceremony, and that is the commissioning of 4 of Georgia Gwinnett College's Reserve Officer Training Corps, ROTC cadets, as officers in the United States Army. Lieutenant Colonel Brian Cozine, Professor of Military Science and Department Head of the University of Georgia, ROTC, will officiate the commissioning ceremony. Lieutenant Colonel Cozine.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations today on your successful graduation, and best of luck to each of you in the future. Today is my privilege to inform you that fellow graduates, Alicia Griffiths, Alicia Simmons, Andrew Lee, and Adam Rhodes will become the 5th group of individuals ever to graduate from the GGC ROTC program and become commissioned officers in the United States Army. This is a truly unique experience and honor for them, as this year represents the 100th year of the ROTC programs across the United States, making them members of an elite centennial class of 2016. The oath of office that is about to be administered to them dates back to 1790 and has remained relatively unchanged since 1898. They will swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, an oath that should not be taken lightly. Once they leave here today, they will soon report to various installations where they begin their training as commissioned officers. Upon completion of assigned school, they will be charged with leading soldiers from across this great state and the nation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I will administer the oath of office to these cadets. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Have been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States in the grade of 2nd Lieutenant. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I'll bear true faith and allegiance to the same. I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the newest officers in the United States Army. 2nd Lieutenants Alicia Griffiths, Ashley Simmons, Andrew Lee, and Adam Rhodes.
Thank you, Colonel, and congratulations, 2nd Lieutenant Simmons, Griffith, Lee, and Rhodes. Indeed, you are our nation's newest Army officers, and we thank you in advance for your leadership you will provide to our nation's soldiers. Thank all of you today for sharing in today's grand celebration of the graduating class of 2016. I now ask for your attention and finest cooperation in order to conclude this ceremony with the dignity it deserves. Jordan Sanders will now sing the Georgia Gwinnett College alma mater. Will all please rise for the singing of the alma mater. That deliberately. Thank you, Jordan, for that wonderful rendition of our college's alma mater, a cappella. Guests and friends, we have come to the point in our program when the faculty and graduates will soon begin the recessional to conclude this wonderful tradition that we established on our first commencement here at GGC. In keeping with this tradition, the platform party will recess first, leaving the stage. The faculty will then exit their seats, move towards the Arch of Knowledge to our right, and form two lines directly opposite one another. Following the faculty, our new graduates will recess through those faculty lines to symbolize the culmination of the close of the strong bonds built between our faculty and graduates during the time shared here at GGC. So now, please, if you would rise and remain at your seats for the recessional of the platform party, the GGC faculty, and the spring 2016 graduates in that order. Again, we ask that you please remain standing at your seats so they can get out in an orderly fashion. And on behalf of the students, the graduates, the faculty, staff, and the administration of Georgia Gwinnett College, we thank you for your cooperation and for your presence here today. Congratulations to all, and thank you.